Skyrim has no shortage of unique items, whether it be Daedric artifacts of great renown, powerful Dwemer relics, or the more obscure treasures that have their own captivating stories. Today we're going to touch on several incredible mods that breathe new life into these items by enhancing both their appearances and enchantments, making them more rewarding to obtain and truly worthwhile to use. Let's begin with Artificer, a comprehensive mod that revamps the game's artifacts. It integrates in new enchantments for a wide range of unique items throughout the game. In the process, it solves an inherent issue with Skyrim, that being the equipment crafted by the player is often stronger than even Skyrim's most powerful artifacts. This mod balances high-level artifacts to compete with some of the best crafted gear, allowing players to build powerful characters without needing crafting skills. Let's take Dawnbreaker as an example. Originally, it inflicts 10 fire damage, and when killing undead, there's a chance to trigger a fiery explosion. While this effect isn't bad, it feels underwhelming considering it's a Daedric artifact. With Artificer, Dawnbreaker now deals 40 sun damage to undead enemies. Additionally, undead targets with less than half health have a chance to explode for 200 sun damage. Targets that are on fire also take extra damage over time. Another example is Mehrunes Razor. By default, the dagger has a small chance to instantly kill targets. It's effective but ultimately unreliable. With Artificer, it retains this effect, but now also deals 5 bleed damage per second for 10 seconds, and reduces the enemy's armor rating by 150 for 30 seconds, making it more reliable while also preserving its deadly potential. Beyond enhancing Skyrim's most powerful artifacts, Artificer revitalizes lesser-known unique items that have largely fallen into obscurity. A prime example is Stormfang, a greatsword obtained by defeating a certain bandit chief. True to its name, Stormfang deals shock damage, but with Artificer, the weapon gains a unique twist. It now has a 25% chance to deal shock damage in a small area. Additionally, Artificer makes an effort to ensure that enchantments on certain items are more logical. For instance, the Guildmaster's boots now enhance your sneaking ability by 25%, and reduce the noise you make while moving by 50%. Compared to the vanilla enchantment that improves your pickpocket success, this new effect makes much more sense for a pair of boots. Artificer also introduces set bonuses for certain armors, encouraging players to wear sets of armor in their entirety. For example, equipping the Guildmaster's set grants Guildmaster's Privilege, which increases your movement speed while sneaking by 20%. This added benefit makes the armor even more worthwhile to obtain. The Nightingale set provides Nightingale's Shadow, allowing you to deal 25% more damage with sneak attacks and spells, greatly enhancing its appeal for stealth-based characters. In addition to enhancing existing sets, the mod introduces new armors that expand on existing items to create new sets. For instance, the Helm of Ingall found in Ingall's Baron belonging to Isgrimor's son now has an accompanying armor, boots and gauntlets. Together they form a complete set that provides the Ingall's Forge bonus, increasing power attack damage by 25%. While the new enchantments and bonuses from Artificer improve the viability of Skyrim's items, many of them still suffer from generic appearances, often sharing models with other items in the game. Artefakes addresses this by replacing these lackluster designs with unique, lore-friendly models, giving players more reason to use them. Take Queen Freydis' sword, a weapon shrouded in legend and said to have been wielded by the High Queen who ruled over Windhelm during the Second Era. You might not remember this sword because at first glance it looks nothing but ordinary. However, Artefakes transforms this generic steel blade into a unique weapon with a beautifully curved design, perfectly fitting the legends that surround it. Since the new weapon models utilize vanilla textures, they not only benefit from retexture mods but also maintain a lore-friendly appearance. Next, let's have a look at the Ghost Blade, a weapon that I found to be quite disappointing in vanilla Skyrim, especially considering its name. In addition to receiving a new model, it now boasts a unique feature. The blade disappears when sheathed, adding a nice visual element that befits a weapon called the Ghost Blade. Beyond weapons, the mod also enhances a few shields, including Ayla's shield. Originally a generic and unremarkable steel shield, it has been transformed with spikes and adorned with the image of a wolf, giving it a much more distinctive and fitting appearance worthy of a huntress. Artefakes takes a similar approach with the 50 items it improves, ensuring each item is a unique and lore-friendly design, making these previously overlooked items more desirable and memorable for players. Another mod that achieves similar results is Unique Uniques. This mod focuses on giving unique weapons truly distinctive appearances in a lore-friendly manner, enhancing both lesser-known and well-known items. For example, Dragonbane, the Akaviri katana that can be found in Skyhaven Temple. Known for its effectiveness against dragons, it now features a handle crafted from dragon bone and is adorned with inscriptions in the dragon tongue. This transformation not only boosts its visual appeal, but also reinforces its status as a formidable weapon against dragons. Next, let's have a look at the Pale Blade, a weapon that feels underwhelming given the circumstances in which you obtain it. Guarded by the Pale Lady, a mysterious Wisp Mother said to have tormented the residents of Morthal for generations. Unfortunately, in its original form, the Pale Blade resembles any other Nordic sword. However, that has changed dramatically. The revamped version now features a distinctive design, complete with a hilt that captures the likeness of the Pale Lady herself. Although my favorite among the reimagined weapons has to be Windshear. Once a basic scimitar found aboard the Emperor's transport vessel, now resembles something a pirate or sailor would wield. These are just a few of the revamped weapons offered by Uniques. This mod has been a staple in my game for years, and I can confidently say it will be for many more to come. Next, let's have a look at JS Unique Utopia Daggers. This mod features new mesh and texture replaces for a variety of Skyrim's unique daggers, including Nettlebane, Mehrunes Razor, and Borvir's Dagger among others. The updated designs maintain the essence of the originals while enhancing their overall appearance. Notably, the dagger keening includes animations and a subtle EMB particle light effect for added flair. Each dagger showcases the exceptional quality we've come to expect from John Skyrim, and with options ranging from 1K to 4K textures available, you can pick the one that best suits your setup. Next up, we have Saltmaxwell's Weapons Animated, a series of mods that animate a number of Skyrim's unique weapons. This mod enhances and emphasizes the special attributes of these weapons in ways that no other mod has done. Take Miraak's sword as an example, which lashes out tentacles when the weapon is swung. To further emphasize that the weapon is alive, the tentacles enveloping the sword now twist and turn, and the eye occasionally blinks, adding an extra layer of eeriness to the weapon. Another great example is Dawnbreaker. When unsheathed, the hilt opens up, releasing glowing crystals that orbit the blade. During a power attack, these crystals burst outward, adding an extra layer of visual flair to an already iconic weapon. And then there's the Staff of Magnus. When drawn, the top of the staff opens up, and the suspended orb now slowly rotates, giving it a more dynamic, otherworldly feel, perfect for a staff with such a powerful and mysterious history. These small but impactful changes really make Skyrim's weapons feel unique and dynamic, breathing new life into some of the game's most iconic items. The mod author Kanjs takes things a step further by retexturing and animating a few other unique items that weren't touched by Saltmaxwell's Weapons Animated. For example, the Sanguine Rose Staff, which now has its own dynamic animations. When drawn, the staff's rose blooms open, releasing a continuous stream of spores. The flower itself also pulsates in sync with a subtle ENB light, making the staff feel even more alive and magical. Kanjs also brings animation to the iconic Wabbajack. The faces of the staff now move and glowing gems have been added to the eyes, each emitting different colored particle lights. This makes the staff feel truly alive, giving it an eeriness like never before. Lastly, the shield Spellbreaker has been animated as well. It now features several moving parts that perpetually rotate, along with others that periodically shift, creating a dynamic, ever-changing appearance. This makes the shield feel like a true feat of engineering. On top of that, it's been retextured with up to 8K textures, bringing even more detail and realism to its design. Moving on to armor, we have the Savior's Hide Replacer. As the name suggests, this mod completely redesigns the Savior's Hide, the light armor granted by Hircine upon completing the quest Ill Met by Moonlight. It introduces a full set to match the armor that includes boots, gloves, and a helmet, all featuring shell textures to deliver a remarkably lifelike fur appearance. Players can choose from 3 distinct fur color options, a classic brown that mirrors the original, along with black and white variations. Additionally, the mod offers 5 customizable options for the chest piece, allowing for subtle alterations to suit your personal style. To further elevate realism, the armor includes physics, adding an immersive touch to your character's movements. This set integrates seamlessly into the game, feeling as though it could have been a part of it all along. It makes for an ideal choice for any werewolf character. Next, let's have a look at the Shrouded Armor, a set that I've always found a bit disappointing in the base game because I've always felt that it paled in comparison to the version from Oblivion. Fourth Unknown's Dark Brotherhood armor reimagines the Shrouded Armor in beautifully high quality, drawing clear inspiration from Oblivion's design and improving upon it in several ways, creating an absolutely fitting armor for an assassin from the Dark Brotherhood. Included in the mod's optional files are several color variations for the armor, as well as a stunning redesign for the Blade of Woe. That wraps up today's video. If you feel there are any other mods that should have been included, let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in my character presets, mod list, or just want to support the channel and help me create more content, consider subscribing to my Patreon. And a massive thank you to those of you who have already done so. With that said, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing to the channel if you're new. And as always, thank you for watching.